Boss rankings. You see them everywhere on the internet, but none are more outspoken than the boss rankings that come from Soulsborne. Everyone's got one of these. And I mean, why wouldn't you if you're more than slightly into these games? They're fun, they're cool, and they tend to inspire a healthy amount of controversy within the community. Who's the most difficult boss? Who's the most beautiful? I won't bore you with my conclusions on the matter, for I am not satisfied with this base level of idiocracy. I am on another plane of existence, and I am about to blow your mind, and you are in for a treat. For unbeknownst to our good gamer fellows here, there were more Soulsborne bosses, ones who were missing from their lists entirely. That's right, the secret bosses of Soulsborne. These bosses are so secret, in fact, that they don't even have health bars. They are also some of the toughest that Miyazaki's brain enigma ever fathomed. Let me just put it this way. Nameless King, you heard of him? The Orphan of Cause? Melania? Ishin? Pathetic! Those ain't bosses. Those are babies. Little tiny weaklings. The true bosses lie inseparable from the environment. The game's engine and the Souls formula itself are the makeup of their physique. Truly, it is awe-inspiring. And so it is, without further ado, I present Souls bosses that have no health bars. Alright, to start us off, we have the Lake of Rot from Elden Ring. Now, we all know our good friend Miyazaki likes himself a nice poison swamp. And for a minute there in Elden Ring, it seemed like we got off kind of easy. Sure, we had Scarlet Rot, but all the swamps were rideable. There was no more of this. That is, until there was. And the Scarlet Rot was extra deadly. The Lake of Rot is a terrible, terrible area. It's horrid, and there's no getting around it. The damage, the takeaway of your healing items, and the mysterious rarity of rot blouses all meld together to make a mental anguish that almost killed me in real life. It took me several days to recover after my first dip in the lake. A full exploration of the Lake of Rot is the epitome of being on the verge, and conquering it in its entirety takes a lot more patience and suffering than defeating a good chunk of bosses in Elden Ring. All these factors combined make the Lake of Rot the worst poison swamp in all of Soulsborne, and one of the toughest poison swamps to defeat. But hey, I suppose it could be a lot worse. I mean, let's just be grateful that Miyazaki didn't make the Lake of Rot thick, or that he didn't add, like an enemy shooting projectiles over the entire area. That would be... Wait, what are you writing? No, please, you're insane.
Get yourself killed.
The McDonald's Wi-Fi connection. Can it be worse than this? No. This is without question one of the most overpowered bosses in all of Soulsborne. Oh hey, you thinking of hopping on and playing a nice PvP round with some of your mates? Boom. Connection from the moon. While it has eased up with Elden Ring's PvP, I've still had my fair amount of times where I've been hit from beyond the grave. My hits don't connect, and the lag is completely out of this world. Let me tell you straight, and I don't care what Melania says, you have not experienced true horror until this happens to you. My heart has never beat so fast. You can just feel the imminent death, and these delayed attacks are nothing short of a nightmare. The McDonald's Wi-Fi connection is truly one of the most powerful bosses in all the games, and if you are able to combat its stupid amount of power, well, I'd say you can do just about anything.
Trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Thank you, Dark Soul.
Next up on our list, we have the Souls camera. Now, this might have been one you've heard people complain about before, but I think it's best to just show you. This is what a victim of the Souls camera looks like. Here we have our streamer, just chillin', playing some Dark Souls. But wait, what is that? A boss gate? And what boss is it? The Centipede Demon. And he's pissed. Now, I know what you're thinking. Because of my psychic powers and all, you're saying to yourself, oh, the Centipede Demon. Super easy. What could possibly go wrong? And hey, that looks like what our streamer is saying too. Epic Fortnite. Haha. He's so innocent, so ignorant of the powers of the Souls camera. In an instant, he's rendered blind, completely and utterly. He has no idea where his character is. He has no idea what to do. He is also, unfortunately, an idiot, and so he suffers incoherently. No. Tied. The Souls camera. What a thing. It just might be one of the sneakiest bosses of all time. Just when you think you've got everything under control. Wham! Instant blindness. Now this is mostly a problem with certain large bosses, like the Cleric Beast and the Centipede Demon, as mentioned before. And yes, I know what you're typing, but please, just don't. Please stop.
Ugh. Hey, it's not so bad. Sure, maybe it's a little hard to see what's going on sometimes, but really, what's the big deal? Just get over it. LMAO, SMH.
Dude, I told you not to. Why? But hey, you know, I'd agree with you. Maybe the Souls camera has been a little annoying at times. Maybe it's gotten me killed once or twice in a boss fight, but does it really deserve to be a secret boss of the Souls series? My answer to you, yes. That's right, yes. Though it is very easy to get used to. The Souls camera problems still persist, even in From Software's newer games. There have been some improvements, sure. We have larger boss rooms, and oh, do you see that camera pan? Very nice. But still, the Souls camera has undergone no major changes. Don't you see? This boss is unbeatable, not for the players, but for From Software itself. Miyazaki's just up in his tower at night, sweating bullets, just trying to figure out what to do. How can he fix the Souls camera? Is it possible to make it better? And unfortunately, the answer is no. Perhaps it would ruin the Souls formula. Perhaps Miyazaki is bound by a demonic contract, binding him to the Souls camera we currently possess. Who knows? But the fact remains that this boss is unbeatable in its current state. It will always exist until the developers find a way to destroy it. And I don't see that coming anytime soon. Next up on our list of secret bosses, we have perhaps one of the most powerful of all time. Gravity! What could it be other than gravity? It's literally everywhere in Souls games. Oh, you gonna drop down to that ledge there? Gravity. Maybe you think you're just gonna speedrun through Anor Londo. Nah, no. Gravity doesn't think so. In fact, it seems everywhere you go. And no matter how small the drop might seem, gravity is there to take its cut of your health. Gravity also has an amazing one-shot potential. All it takes is one innocently misplaced backstep, and you're finished. Just imagine the amount of souls that gravity has claimed for its own. All the suffering and pain that it's caused. All that wasted time, all those botched challenge runs. It's truly a despicable display. And perhaps the saddest part is that we can do nothing about it. Sure, you got your cat ring, you've got your fancy little spells, but those don't really solve the problem. They just delay it. It's inevitable that you're going to die to gravity again. As long as you keep on playing Souls games, it's gonna happen, sooner or later. I mean, I've even died to it in Sekiro, and that game's so lenient on fall damage, it's crazy. Honestly, gravity is just so stupidly overpowered that it's hard for me to watch this community any longer. You're all so hollow and dead inside. I mean, just look at you. You've just accepted gravity as a natural force, and it just makes me sick. This is not what Miyazaki envisioned when he first came up with the concept of gravity. He didn't want us to wallow in this misery. He wanted us to overcome it. And so, for the first time ever in my life, I am going to help you guys. That's right. Help. Tip number 1. When you see a ledge, don't go near it. Tip number 2. Uninstall the game. Tip number 3. Throw your game into the garbage. Tip number 4. Fight Miyazaki. And there you have it, fellas. Just follow those simple instructions and you'll be able to defeat gravity. And with Miyazaki gone, you'll also be free of Souls games and all the shackles that come along with them. So good job! You defeated, you conquered your demons, and you discovered the truth. That's right, the true boss all along was you. You're the one who decided to play. You picked up that Souls game and inserted it / downloaded it from the internet. You were your own worst enemy. Miyazaki was only the catalyst of your misery, pumping out new content like clockwork just so you can die to these bosses again. Every poison swamp, every death by terrible netcode, every time you got pissed at the Souls camera, and yes, every time you died to gravity. That was all you, just torturing yourself. Well, everyone, that's gonna do it for this video. Those were the secret Soulsborne bosses with no health bars. Yep, got 'em all. That's all of them. Not missing any. The topic has been completely addressed. I am definitely not hiding one to keep myself from becoming depressed and sad. If you did enjoy this video, please do make sure to share, like, and subscribe. And check out my other videos if you haven't. They just might be the satire surprise you're looking for. I am Dead Onion, and if you'll excuse me, I must go apologize to Miyazaki. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Solo.